Hello everyone, good evening and welcome to the session. So let's get started. I just muted everyone for a reason so that we can definitely have a discussion later. So because if people are joining in, when they join in, let's not get disturbed. So that's why I just muted everyone. We will. I'll allow you to unmute yourself so that you'll be able to unmute and we can definitely start with the discussion. So So is my voice audible? Can you please drop a message on the chat to just confirm if my voice is audible? Hmm? All right. Okay, thank you very much. So let's get started with no further delay. So a short introduction. So I'll tell you today's agenda. So today's agenda is that we are going to have a small introduction and then we are going to get into the day one class, and I will also tell you what is this course all about and what are the course contents, and I'll tell you how we are going to deal with it and what are the topics that we are going to cover it on each of the topic, and say introductions. Say we are gonna connect for say 90 minutes 90 minutes or something, and then yeah, so we should be able to get started. Okay, a quick introduction about myself. My name is Sheikh Dawood. I'm a certified trainer and I have 14 years of experience. I have worked as an administrator on Office 365 in few organizations. I have worked on the migration projects, and I have delivered this training for many corporates as well. So this training, we are going to do it full of hands-on. So there is no theory. There is nothing like theory. There is nothing showing the PowerPoint slides and going and running through it. No, it's going to be completely a hands-on experience that we are going to do it throughout this training. So more than me doing, you will be doing. I'll be asking you to do it and get the job done. So that is how we are going to do it over here. So this Office 365 is a software as a service. So before that, we need to understand saying what is Office 365 and why do companies prefer Office 365. I'm sure that we have so many participants over here. So you have joined this training for a reason. Okay, so Pawan, hold on. So I will let you know how to probably we can have a Q&A session later. So what is Office 365? Office 365, as I told you, it's a software as a service. So it's a cloud technology. So we all know what is a cloud technology. Cloud technology is something which is rendered via the internet. So if you have a simple machine with internet connectivity, you are ready to use the software. So that is called as a software as a service. So this Office 365 is a software as a service from Microsoft. And what do they provide is that they provide the softwares like this. They provide the software called as the Azure Active Directory, the Exchange Online, SharePoint Online, security compliance, security compliance, the Teams, and the Office package. So these are, and more than this also, there are a lot of other services as well. So more than this, Microsoft provides as a service. So that's why it is called as a software as a service. So what is required? Say you don't need any hardware. That is, I mean to say you don't need any servers. That is the advantage. So now we need to understand why do companies are preferring to go to Office 365. So I'm sure that many of you are here. So the reason for joining this course, I generally understand from the candidates that I get. So say that your organization is moving to Office 365 and you are scaling up yourself for that technology. That could be one reason. Second reason is that your organization has already gone to Office 365 and you are in a situation to manage the technology, manage the environment. So that's why you came here for the learning purpose. The third scenario that I always get is that you want to move into the cloud technology. Say that you might be an on-premises administrator, you might be working on AD or Exchange on-premises or SharePoint. You are saying like, hey, I'm looking into cloud, I want to move on to cloud. So if these are the reasons that you are here, so yes, this is going to be a helpful session for you to get your goal accomplished, because here what is it we'll be doing is like we are going to learn. I'll tell you the flow that we are going to do it. So in the first class today, what is that we will be doing is like we will be setting up something called as a tenant. Okay, and we will understand what is a tenant and how to set up a tenant and how to contact Microsoft and how to create a tenant and what are the details required to create a tenant. We will be doing it. So which basically means that you are starting up a company on the cloud. That is the whole and soul idea of it. And slowly what is it we will be doing is like we want to have our company to maintain our own identity. For example, if say my company name is joyatres.com. Okay, so what will happen is that after we subscribe over here, which you will come to know about that. After we subscribe, it will be looking like joyatres@onmicrosoft.com. It will be looking like that. So we don't want that identity. We want to have an identity called as joyatres.com only. So what to do? That we will be discussing. And slowly, what is it we will do is like, now what will happen is like we will have a cloud environment and we will have a on-premises environment. We will have both the environments parallel, running parallelly. One will be the cloud environment, one will be the on. So we will be designing a design structure in which these two environments are going to talk to each other. That way we will be designing. First, we will be talking about the Azure Active Directory, and this communication is going to be taking place through the Azure Active Directory Connect software. So we'll be talking about how this software works, how to install, what are the options you have, and what is the meaning of all those options, and how to set it up. After you set it up, how to manage it, how to troubleshoot, how to manage it via the PowerShell. All those things you will be getting it. Okay, so that is how we will start. So when it comes to the Azure Active Directory, we will be talking about the MFA, we will be talking about the SSPR, we will be talking about the conditional access policies, the users, groups, synchronized identities, cloud identities. We'll be talking about all these things over here when we start with our Azure Active Directory. On the Exchange Online, we'll be talking about the complete portal of Himanshu. SSPR stands for self-service password reset. So that is when we don't want our help desk to reset the password. We want the user to reset the password all by themselves. We don't want user to call help desk for changing a password. So that is when the SSPR is going to help. So we'll be talking about that. And on the Exchange Online, yeah, we'll be talking about the so yeah, it is available for Exchange Online, but yeah, if it is a synchronized identity, we can make it happen to change it on the on-premises as well. So yeah, we will be talking about all those things. So Exchange Online, we'll be talking about the mailboxes, the groups, the resources, the mail flow rules, and the migration and public folders and the complete portal. The complete portal we'll be talking about on the Exchange Online. And coming to the SharePoint Online, we'll be talking about the team sites, the communication sites, and how to provide a permission, excuse me, how to change, how like how to grant permissions, and also how to design a website for an internal use, how to make that website to be an interactive for your users. So that is what we'll be doing it. Okay, so that's what we'll be talking about onto the SharePoint Online. And coming to the security, and the compliance, we do have a dedicated portal, because earlier it was called as the security and the compliance portal. Now it has been bifurcated. So you have the security portal separately and you have the compliance portal separately. So we'll be talking about the complete security and the compliance portal, in which, like, under the security, we'll be talking about ATP, advanced threat protection. The threat protection policies are there: anti-malware policy, anti-phishing, anti-spoofing, safe attachment, safe links policy we'll be talking about. Coming to the compliance, we'll be talking about the DLP, data loss prevention. We'll be talking about the sensitivity labels, and also the say, like, Azure information protection. So these things we'll be talking on the compliance. And coming to the teams online, so we'll be talking about how to manage teams, how to manage the users, how to manage the channels, what are the policies that we have. That's what we'll be discussing onto the teams. And coming to the office, you'll be seeing like how MS Office can be deployed. This is what we are going to deal in this course. This is the plan. All right, that is the logic over here. So we need to understand over here, saying like, why do companies prefer Office 365? So what is the advantage that an organization is seeing in terms of the Office 365? Okay, so now if an organization, okay, let's say that if an organization is up and running, so they will definitely be having a data center. Okay, they will be having a data center. We all know that data center is something that it requires a lot of space, a lot of servers, okay, a lot of power, and maintenance is also required. You need a cooling solution, you need a insurance, you need a physical security, you need a online security softwares, and you have to purchase the software. So now, in case if you're saying like, I'm happy with, let's say that you are in a sales team, you are trying to tell a customer saying like, this is how you should go for Office, and the customer is saying like, no, I'm happy with the existing one. So if the customer is happy with the existing one, what will happen is like, after 3 years or something, the customer has to upgrade. For example, if they're having like 2019 currently, they have to upgrade to 2022 softwares, right? So that upgrade itself is also an expense. That upgrades are coming up free over here without being asked. So here in a data center, what are the challenges that an administrator or an organization has to face is the administration. When I say administration, which means, say, like, it can be a patching on a monthly patches. So I'm sure that you will be knowing that many cases are there in which when we are patching, it leads to a P1. Okay, so it could be a reason that the server was restarted when the services are all up. You didn't move it to a passive server. So there are chances, right? I'm sure you would have faced, say, like, patching causing a P1. Okay, so that can also happen, and it is going to be like a month-on-month activity. You have to download the patches, you have to validate the patches, test the patches, and then deploy it. So it is going to be a recurring job. Second is that in case if, okay, what is P1? P1 is like a major incident. Priority 1 incident is called as a P1. Okay, yeah, a major incident, something you, for a patch, what you did, you by mistake you restarted, by mistake you restarted a production server with the services onto it. Okay, yeah, that is called as a P1, right? So let's say that you have a software, you have the servers, and something has gone wrong on this server, and you or your administrators, okay, let's say you are the CTO of a company, you have administrators managing this data center, but unfortunately the administrators are unable to fix the problem. So what do? We go to the MS support. We go to the MS support. So this MS support is not going to be free of cost for you. So how MS support works is that you as an organization, as a company, has to buy the say like the support hours. Say like your company will have, say like they would have purchased 50 hours of support. Okay, so you would have purchased a 50 hours of support from MS. So this is again cost incurring. This involves cost. So if even though you have a super administrators, also at some point of time you will have to contact the MS support. At that time, yes, money is involved. Whereas when you go to Office 365, all the problems are taken care by Microsoft. In case if you have a problem in your environment, yes, you have a free support from Microsoft, which is not chargeable. And second, and this point I didn't mention. So in case you go to Office 365, you don't have to really worry about the patches. You don't have to worry about the replication. You don't have to worry about the redundancy. Okay, let's say that if say like one data center is completely gone from Microsoft, also you don't have to really worry, because like Microsoft has got their data centers in 140 countries and I think more than 40 regions or something, so that if one data center completely goes down, also the data is safe on the other side of the world. You don't have to really worry about it. Whereas if you as an organization, you want to plan for a redundancy, so if you want to plan for redundancy, so Mohammed Anwar, I don't have the exact timing. I'll just tell you later. I'll just find out and tell you later. Okay, so team, if you have any questions, put it on to the chat, but I would suggest that we can have a Q&A session later. Yeah, so if you have any some questions, yeah, post. Otherwise, yeah, we can definitely have a Q&A session later. Yeah, so I was saying that if you as an organization want to set up a redundancy, okay, then what will happen is that your deployment cost is going to be holding double. For example, you have an office in India. Okay, you are saying that I want to have redundancy in Singapore. So if you have 10 servers over here, the same 10 servers you will have to purchase in Singapore. So the cost of deployment is going to be exactly double. In case if you say like I want to start up in say like London office as well, then what will happen? Your cost is going to be 3 times multiplying. Whereas one-time license you pay to Microsoft, so Microsoft will manage your data, will keep your data safe, and they have a full-fledged setup. So it's very, very simple ideology. It's just a on-premises is like you constructing an individual house wherein like you have to maintain everything. You will have to maintain the UPS, the power backup, you will have to maintain the water supply, you will have to maintain the facilities, everything you have to do it, and you are responsible if something goes wrong. Whereas this MS support is like Microsoft has got a huge data center, which is like a huge apartments. So wherein we are going to simply go place our family in the apartment. So we don't have to worry about the maintenance. We don't have to worry about the hygiene. We don't have to worry about the water supply. If there is something, you just report it to the concerned association and they're going to fix it. It's as simple as that. So we are just trying to understand the technical pain points of managing an on-premises environment. That's it. Okay. So now let's talk about the third scenario. Say like the software and the hardware upgrades. So what will happen is like, yes, we bought a server. Say like you might have bought a server 2016 or I'm so sorry. So you might have bought a HP server with 64 GB of RAM. Yes, it will be running perfectly, but we can't expect that to be running lifelong. At some point of time, that server hardware will worn out, right? So that will also happen. Same way with the software. You might will be running on, you might be running on 2019. So you have to upgrade yourself to the next version. So that is also a cost, and purchasing a new hardware or purchasing a new software is not a big deal. You can just purchase the license key, but upgrading everything onto a new software or a new hardware again can lead up into a major incident, possibly. Okay, but yeah, if it's a small environment, yes, you can definitely do it quickly. If it is not, if it is a larger environment, then there are chances that it might lead to a major incident. So the software and the hardware upgrades are taken care by Microsoft. Microsoft is saying, like, without being asked, you will be given, you will be provided a cutting edge technology for your customers, for your employees, for your users. It's because any software, any new software that comes from Microsoft, anyways, we are not going to care about the hardware. Definitely, they're going to have the latest of hardware. The software is anything that comes in the market with respect to this Microsoft, this Office 365 services. The first thing that comes in, you are going to use it. So that is the advantage of it. So your employees are going to work onto the latest or the cutting edge technology that is currently in the market. That is the idea over here. Okay, so there are different licenses available. So depending upon your requirement, you can purchase your license, and then you will be able to do it. You will be able to enjoy the services that is available as per the licenses that you purchase. All right. So which means, yes, there are a lot of challenges available. So that's why many companies are preferring to go to Office 365. So yeah, that's the reason about it. Like, right. So now what is that we are going to do is that we are going to get started with our first topic, in which we are going to create a tenant now. Okay, so I'll tell you what is a tenant so that you will get an idea of a tenant. So there are two scenarios. Okay, we are going to talk about, okay, before that, any questions? Quick. You have any questions? Probably I'll just take questions for the next 5 minutes and we can get started.
So, hi Sheikh, this is Nirbhay here.
Hi, Nirbhay.
Yeah, hi. So you said that, there are multiple data centers in different countries.
Your voice low. Wait. Just 1 minute. Is voice low for everyone, or is it only for me?
Can you hear me properly now?
Yeah, better.
Yeah, I can hear.
Yeah, good.
Okay. So you said that there are multiple data centers in different countries, right? Suppose if my tenant is connected to, suppose, Singapore, data center, right? And that Singapore data center is going down, right? In that case, if it is falling back to any different country data center, will there be any latency issues?
Latency will be there. We can't say that it won't be there, but with the amount of internet speed that we are having, I don't think the users will be having problem with your latency. Now we are all using Gmail. We never ever face a latency. Who knows that it's connecting only to India servers? It can be connecting to Singapore also, but latency is now there, but in an unnoticeable way is what I would say.
Okay.
Because of the amount of bandwidth that we are having. Yeah, so now things are going in Gbps, so we don't even feel that there is a latency. That is how it is.
Now, if the data center is, suppose, far, Singapore is down, and suppose if it is getting connected to some other country, like some other country in Europe, right? In that case,
consider that you are from India. If it is connecting from US also, No, that you won't even feel the latency is what I would say, because of amount, because US is just on the other side of the world, but still you will not feel the latency is what I would say.
Okay, and is there any reason for that? I would not feel any latency.
That's what I'm saying. It's because of the amount of bandwidth the world is connected. But yes,
Yeah,
I'm
but
not saying that. I'm not saying that. See, there is no latency at all. No, it won't be the same way as connecting from the nearest location. It will be completely different. The experience will be slightly different, but in an unnoticeable way is what I would say. I'm not saying that there's no latency. Latency is there, but not to a way like it is keep on rotating for 2 minutes. No, not that way.
mm-hmm. Okay, yeah, I got it.
Okay,
Thank you.
so
Yeah, thank you.
thanks. All right, so team, I hope like you are getting you are getting synced with me. That is what is very important. Okay, I hope that if that syncing is happening, I think we are good. So yeah, one thing I would like to tell you about the design of the class. So what will happen is like every time when we catch up, so I will be writing notes. I'll be writing notes on a notepad parallelly, and I will be sharing the notes as well as in when we complete the class. And also I will be recording, as you could see that the session is getting recorded, and at the end of every day, I will be uploading this recordings to a location, and I will forward that to everyone who's going to be a part of this particular course, or who's going to enroll it. Okay, so in case if you don't have if you don't know whom to contact for enrollment, so please contact Mr. Amit for enrollment. And yes, recordings will be given to you. Please note that recordings are only viewable. You cannot download it. You will not be able to download the recordings, but you can view it lifetime. So it will be there forever. You don't have to, but you cannot download, because like you've seen a lot of unethical activities happening. So that's why we have restricted download for this one. Okay, so note down Amit's number. So for enrollments, because tomorrow's class, mostly it will be only for the enrollment people. So yeah, please get in touch with Amit. So add, in case if you're outside India, so add +91, because Amit, me, everyone, we are in India. Okay, so good, then let's get started. No, you cannot record the class, so we don't we don't allow it. So we are ready to give it to you. So why do you want to record it all by yourself? So we will provide that to you. So yes, this number has got WhatsApp, so please feel free to ping him, and you can do it. Okay, so Shahidul, I don't think like you can really specify which server to connect. I don't think Microsoft gives you that provision to do it, because like Microsoft is hiding the servers, because that's why it is called as cloud. If you know like which server to connect, then Microsoft do not have the control of cloud. Unnecessary noise will come from the customer. Why am I not connecting to my server? Why are you connecting to this server, that server? So unnecessary questions it will be arising when this is allowed. That is the reason like Microsoft does not allow you to connect to a specific server. It's a service. Okay, that's the idea. Okay, yeah, thanks. So yeah, the recordings, yes, it's a lifetime access. You can have it for a lifetime. So that is not a problem. All right, so let's get started. So what is the goal that we are going to take is this. So first, we are going to create a tenant. All right, so I'm going to mute everyone. So please manage a mic as well. I'm going to allow you to unmute as well, but please do unmute whenever that is required. Okay, cool. So we are going to create a tenant. So we need to understand, as I told you, that microbes like the way we get into an apartment. Okay, that is called as a, so we are a tenant, right? In that same way, now the logic is that we are going to create a tenant over here. So now I'll tell you the scenarios. So the scenarios are very important over here. The idea is that there are two things. First is something called as a cloud only company. So let's imagine a scenario saying that you are going to create a company. So now let's say that you are planning to start a company. Okay, you're planning to start a company, and what is that you're planning is like, I would like to have 10 employees onboarded. Okay, you're saying that I want to have, so my company should be having 10 employees, and you are saying that these 10 employees should have the username and password, and you are saying that my employees, these 10 employees are going to connect from different region. Okay, they are going to connect from different regions, saying like one from India, one from Singapore, one from UK, US. So they are scattered in different geographies. Okay, they are scattered in different geographies, and you are saying that I need a mailbox for them, and you are saying that I need to have a shared mailbox also for them, because we want to have a help desk mailbox. Let's imagine. So I'm sure in your organization, you will have a, you would be having a help desk mailbox. What is a help desk mailbox? You send an email to help desk, and the reply comes from the help desk. But there are multiple people working on this one. Okay. Yeah. So that is the idea over here. Right. So Arun, it's totally your choice. So take your call. So this is a shared mailbox. We are in need of it, and we want people to be able to communicate using Teams, and we want to set up some SharePoint sites, and we want to have a storage, individual storage for the employees. Let's take how much Microsoft provides. Microsoft provides a 1 terabyte of storage. So you are starting up a company, and this is your requirements. Okay, this is your basic requirement that your employees should be having. Your employees should be enjoying these services. Okay, that is the requirement over here. So now if you go start creating it on the cloud, it is called as a cloud only company. Say like a small startup, you are starting up a company. The other scenario I'm talking about is that you have a company. Let's say that you have a company called as JOYATRES.com. This company is up and running already for the past 10 years. This company is up and running already for the past 10 years, and this company is already having 50 employees. Okay, and these 50 employees are having mailboxes, are having the Teams access, are having the storage, are having the files within them. They are having the shared mailboxes. All these things are already set up in a data center. What is your job is that to move these contents to the cloud. This is the second scenario we will be talking about. The very first scenario, this we will be talking about, in which you are going to create a pure cloud only organization. That is what we are going to do today. Okay, so we are going to create a pure cloud only organization, and your company is going to be set up and running in say like 30 minutes to 60 minutes of time. Okay, that is how your company is going to be. So team, please unmute only when there is a requirement. All right, thanks. So let's do a comparative study. Let's do a comparative study saying that you want to start a company. Okay, and you are planning to start a company as a on-premises company. Okay, and say like you want to have say like 20 employees, 20 employees, and they should be able to log in. They should have the username, password. They should have the mailbox. They should have the shared mailbox Teams. If you want to have it, what is that we will be doing? We will be contacting HP or Dell or IBM for the purpose of purchasing the hardware first. We need to buy a server, an Intel server, okay, with say like a 64 GB of RAM or a 128 GB of RAM. You will order it from HP, Dell, IBM, and they will take around say like a 15 days or say like 15 to 20 days, or they will take their own time to ship it to your location. After the servers reach your data center, you need an expert who is going to set up the network. Who's going to set up a network? The cabling has to be ready. After that, you need a hardware expert who's going to take these servers and place it at the right place, and then you will have to purchase the MS Windows. You have to purchase a server operating system, right? That probably if the same expert can do it, it's fine. If not, you need a different expert who's going to install an operating system on this hardware. And then you will have to purchase more servers for redundancy. You'll have to purchase more servers for setting up the mailboxes, Exchange software you have to purchase. For SharePoint, you have to purchase this. For Teams, you have to purchase software. SharePoint, purchase the software. Additional servers are going to keep on going. So let's calculate saying that it is going to take around 3 months to 6 months of time. Okay, so 3 to 6 months of time. So Mohammed Anwar, go with the flow. Don't jump. Everything is possible. Don't worry about that. Kindly listen. Don't jump topics. Yeah, thanks. So it's going to take like 3 months to 6 months for setting up a company. Whereas in cloud, what is that we are going to do is like we are going to set up a company. Okay, we are going to set up a company in less than 30 to 60 minutes. Okay, that is the idea over here. So that is how it is. It is like very, very easy to get the job done. So why I'm telling you all these things, because like if tomorrow someone asks you saying like, hey, what are you learning? What is Office 365? So you should be able to tell more than just saying that Office 365 is a software as a service. You should not stop over there. And because like why I tell this, because like all these things can be a potential interview questions. So when you are in an interview, if you are able to tell all these things, yes, so people can believe saying that yes, you know the things that you should be knowing as an administrator. Okay, so more you express, you will be getting through. So that's why I told like many people are, if you're trying to scale up, if you're trying to switch the technology, it's totally fine. We're going to start from the scratch. Okay, if you know what is IT industry, that is more than enough for you to get started with this one. All right, cool. So now we are going to set up a tenant over here. So please follow the steps with me, one after another. Step 1, step 2, step 3, follow with me. Any questions, feel free to unmute yourself and ask. All right, get started. So let's open up the browser. Okay, so on this browser, what is it I'm going to do? I'm going to Google search. What is it I'm going to do is like, I'm going to search for Office 365 E3 trial. So there are different licenses available, in which E license, which stands for the enterprise license, is the most used one. Enterprise licenses are the mostly used one, and the enterprise licenses vary from E1 E1, E3, E5. These licenses are the enterprise licenses, like the way simple, like how you have different variants in a when you purchase a phone, there are different variants, right? The same way when you purchase a car, there is a low end model, top end model. So that is the simple thing. So like Microsoft has got a tariff for different users requirements over here. Okay, so now why I'm going for E3, because like from India, like in India you cannot have a E5 trial. That's the reason I'm going for E5. In case if you are from a different geography, if you're outside, if you're connected outside India, so go for E5 trial. Search for Office 365 E5 trial and take excuse me, take this link. Yeah, I'll see if I can post this link onto the chat for easy understanding. Okay. So Preetham, I don't know. In India, E5 is not allowed. That's what I have tried it. Team, please manage your mic. People who are here, please manage your mic. Yeah. So
as your admin, can you mute everyone?
okay, fine. I'll just mute everyone. So let's have the communication over the chat itself. So I feel that looks, because like when you are looking back onto this recording, you will feel the disturbance. So that's why I'm telling. Okay, fine, cool. So it's muted. So you'll not be able to unmute yourself. So put all your questions onto the chat. So what is this E3? Okay, so now, so yes, so Shahid, answer is yes. So the organizations, they have licenses type E1, E3, E5, and also there is no compulsion that you should have only E1, only E3. No, you can purchase few licenses from few tariffs, saying like you can have 100 E1 licenses, 100 E3 licenses, 100 E5 licenses. You can purchase, you can scatter it, and you can purchase it. Okay, so if the amount says different, so see that you are from a different region. That's it. See if it is in dollars. Okay, so one important question which probably I will ask, like I asked this to many batches. Okay, so on how many devices you can install the Office? Okay, so this is a question saying like, yeah, so that's the answer. I always get it, but I'll show you the proof. See here, it is 15. Okay, which means 5 PCs. I asked only devices. Okay, I did not specify anything called as mobile devices. No. So 5 PCs or max 5 tablets and 5 phones per user, which means altogether 15 devices you will be able to install Office. Whatever this 5 you are saying, which is right, but on a older one. Earlier it was only 5. Okay, earlier it was only 5 devices. Now Microsoft has increased it to 15 devices. So that's what. So they are just trying to cover the customers as much as possible. That is what is happening over here. Okay, now same license. Yeah, one license. That's what, one user, one license. You'll be able to install it on 15 devices. That's what we are talking about over here. Okay, it is saying like you'll be able to protect your information. Okay. So, okay, Aditya, I'll tell you. So in case, if you are thinking that, can I see all the plans and the prices? Where can I find it? It is available right over here. So if you take this full comparison, you will be able to get the idea over here, saying that you will be able to get the full comparison of all the licenses that are available. Okay, so we are talking about the Office 365 E1, E3, E5. So Omar, there's nothing called as default. Default is like, okay, probably default, what is it you're asking is like, so the trial gives you a 25 users. Okay, yeah. So trial is 25 users. After that, if you still want to increase your users, that's why I wrote it over here saying that we are planning for a 10 employees. We are planning for a 10 employees. So for 10 employees, the trial account itself is more than enough for you to get the job done. Okay, that is why I'm talking. So the default is 25, which I'll tell you. Okay, so and so answer to Devendra, no. With one license, no, you cannot use 15 different accounts. No, Microsoft has to survive, right? So yeah, Microsoft is like very, very clear in terms of money. It's not simple that this company is surviving for so long. Okay, so don't underestimate Microsoft in terms of money. All right, so with one license, no, you cannot survive for 15 different accounts. And also see this, it says that you'll be able to protect your, so John Saida, because E3 is something which gives you the exchange, which gives you the mailbox. Okay, now see this. If you are on E1, okay, you get a smaller mailbox. Whereas if you go with E3, you have like medium, good amount of features, you have it. Okay, so that's why I took E3, which is like a medium, or say like a mid-level, mid variant. It is like a mid variant which has all the basic services that we can expect from Microsoft. That's why I've chosen E3. Okay, so all right. So Omar, hold on with the questions. I'll tell you everything. Not one day we can complete the whole course. Hold on with the questions. The time you spend on typing, kindly listen. Okay, yeah. So now here, we be able to install it on 15 devices. All right, and we have the best message encryptions available and the rights management. So all these things we'll be talking about when it comes to the security and the compliance topic. And Microsoft is giving you, so if it is possible to purchase only SharePoint Online, answer is no, as far as I know. SharePoint Online comes as a package, not an individual. Even Exchange also comes as a package, so you cannot buy that individually. Yes, it's a bundle. Okay, so you will be able to protect your information. You will be able to protect your sensitive information, and you will be able to facilitate legal compliance, say like the GDPR, and say like the other compliances that is available in the whole world. Okay, that is also possible. So everything is safe and secure when it comes to Office 365. That is what it's saying. So don't worry about, don't get scared, Omar. Don't get scared. GDPR stands for General Data Protection Regulation, but yeah, we'll be talking about all these things. So don't worry about that. I think you are worried and scared is what I could understand. Okay, so no, you will not be able to purchase license for the Azure Active Directory or individually for Exchange, individually for SharePoint Online. No. Okay, you will have to purchase it as a bundle. So that's what the answer is. Answer for all your questions is there in this tariff. So which one can provide what kind of service? Completely it's here. Okay, so you'll be able to download it from this particular PDF. Okay, so now why there is no free trial over here? Team, are you seeing a free trial at this particular place? On this page, do you see a blue color button called as free trial? So stop free trial. Aditya, whatever you are talking about is Azure, which is infrastructure as a service, wherein you can host a VM. You can set up a server over there. That is different. This is software as a service. You can use only the software. You cannot set up anything. Okay, so hold on 1 minute. This is something new for me also, and so generally it's going to show us a free trial at this place, and we'll be able to use a free trial. So Mohammed Sirajuddin, from which location you are in? You're connecting from which geographical location? Okay, Dubai. So people who are connecting from India, I think. Okay, A1 is fine. So A1, does that give you exchange? Location is not listed. Yes, it does. Which one, Suraj? You mean? Okay. Okay, thanks for the trick. So in fact, like first time I'm seeing, so this is something, you can very well expect with, okay, very well expect with Microsoft saying that it changes dynamically, okay, with whatever that I was dealing with. I was having a knowledge saying that only E5 was blocked from India. Now it is now I'm seeing something new saying that the free trial is gone. Probably Microsoft might have seen so much of free trial from India location. Probably that could be the reason for it. But yes, thanks for that tip saying that it is there. So okay, John Saida, if you are looking at that one, so what it could be is that after you purchase a basic license, okay, after you purchase a basic license, you can purchase additional SharePoint licenses. So that is available everywhere. I mean, that is available for the Azure AD Premium P1, P2, like that. Licenses are available over there. Okay, but without having a E3 license or E1 license, if you want to buy only the SharePoint license, I don't think it's possible. That's what I feel. But yeah, probably just look into it saying like, what is this talking about? Okay, so I just sent you the link. So please change this from English IN to English US. So that is going to help in terms of creating a free trial over here. So now, as you could see this blue color free trial, let's go create a free trial. Okay, so now here, so I hope I would like to just give you, I'd like to refresh your mind saying that what are we doing is that we are setting up a cloud company. Okay, we are setting up a cloud company. We want to have our company to be hosted on the cloud. We are not interested in setting up a data center. So we are going directly on the cloud. Okay, we are going directly, excuse me, we're going directly on the cloud. This is what we are doing. So for that only, what is that we just did? We searched for the Office 365 and we are going for the trial version of it, because we would like to first go for a trial and then later, if required, we can extend our services. So what is very important to know over here is that trial Okay, so same, Bhaskar, I'll tell you, I'll compare it with how we can do it on a trial. If it is a real time, how to do it. Both we'll be talking about. Okay, so if it is a trial, see here, what are the features you're going to get it. Okay, so the same idea. Say for example, if you're going for a top end car, you get a sunroof, this, that, right? So like that, it's all listed over here. So when you are going for a cloud, this E3 license, you're going to get a unlimited personal cloud storage, and you're going to get a 100 GB of mailbox. So can you tell me, like, in case if your organization is currently on the on-premises side, how much of mailbox size is provided to you? Or how much, if you are an administrator, how much of size you provide to your employees? What is the mailbox size? Okay, 5 GB, 50 GB. Okay, on-premises 1 GB. Okay, 5 GB, right? So this 5 GB or 10 GB or 15 GB will keep on filling up quickly, and people will keep on asking for extension of size of the mailboxes, and that is going to be an addition. So now this Microsoft is giving you a 100 GB of space. So people who are used to 5 GB of space, they will be able to enjoy the 100 GB of mailbox size. And we are going to get a online and the desktop version of the Office applications. As we discussed that, we will be able to install on 15 devices, right? That is the idea. And have you heard of this one, fast track deployment? Any idea about what is this talking about, a fast track? All right, so no charges, I'll tell you. So let's say that, yeah, you're right. So fast track is that a scenario in which you are saying that, hey, I am the only admin. You're saying that I am the only admin in my company, and you have a requirement to migrate it to the cloud. Okay, you are saying that you are the only administrator, you don't have anyone to help you, so you have to migrate everything to the cloud. So if your organization is purchasing more than 150 licenses from Microsoft, okay, if you are purchasing more than 150 licenses from Microsoft, you can request for something called as a fast track. Okay, what is this fast track is that Microsoft is going to allocate an expert for your own organization. So that expert is going to guide you. That expert is going to guide you in terms of doing the things in a procedural way. Okay, so you are going to get a dedicated guidance, a dedicated engineer allocated for the purpose of migration. So what is the clause? What is the when we can ask for it? There's no extra charges, but when you can ask for it is like when your organization is purchasing more than 150 license, you are eligible for it. That is what it is saying over here. Okay, so this is called as a fast track support. Okay, so this trial gives you a provision to add up to 25 users, and it's for a period of 30 days. So you can use this service for 30 days. After 30 days, this service will stop. If you want to continue the service, you will have to purchase license from Microsoft. So that is the idea. So which we will do it later, but as of now, we are going to sign up for this tenant. Okay, so that is the idea over here. As you could see that, see here, today we are on 5th of November. It is saying like on 4th of December, this service will be cancelled. Okay, that is the idea. So in case if you want to avoid, because like in some cases we will be providing a credit card number, but that is not required for a trial one. But in case if you provide a credit card number without being asked, it will charge you. That is the idea. All right, so let's get started. So here on this email, I hope everyone is on this particular page, on the free trial page. So on this email, please enter your any email ID. Say like it can be a Hotmail, it can be a outlook.com, it can be a gmail.com, it can be anything. Type in there. And press next. Press next. Okay. And then if you are on this particular page, what is that we are going to do is like, we are going to click on setup account. So to set up your account, you need to provide the details to Microsoft, which is very common, right? So let's provide all the details required. I type in my details and provide your phone number. Okay. And provide the company name. Company size, you can choose anything. That's not that important. Choose anything. Then after you have provided your phone number, keep the country as United States itself. Don't change it. Say next. On the next page, you will be asked for a country code. Okay, so you will be asked for the phone verification. On that page, you change the code to whatever, in case if you are in India, so change it to India. I'm not sharing my screen. Probably you will not see any changes on my screen. I just stopped it. So please go ahead with your verification. That's what I'm now. Probably you could see a new screen, new one on my screen. So on the screen, the one which says how you will sign in. Business phone number, Gaurav, you specify your number. On the next page, change the country code to +91 in case if you are from India. If you're from India, change the country code to +91 and say verify. You will be getting a 6-digit number onto your phone, SMS. Take that number and verify it. So team, in case if you are on this particular screen, how you will sign in, drop a message saying ready. Having any difficulty, please do let me know. Yeah, I could see only 4 people posted ready. In case if you're on this particular screen, drop a message as ready. If you have any difficulty, do let me know. Raymond, I have no idea. So you should be knowing like what is the country code. So just see. Okay, so I also have a doubt. Pritham saying like it might ask for a payment. Let's see how it works. Okay, let's see that. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. We can tackle that. Not a problem. Let's see how it works. So, few things. Okay, so team, everyone concentrate on this particular page. Let's concentrate on this page. So here, how many of you have got a chance to install a Windows Server operating system? How many on a VM or a test VM or evaluation center, anything? Okay, so if you have got a chance to install a VM, a server operating system, what is the name of the very first user that gets created? What is the name of the user that gets created when you install it? Administrator. Will you be able to change that during the installation? Okay. Yeah. So, but after you set up your operating system, you can change it. That is a different story. But during the installation, okay, not the domain name. Okay, not the domain name. I'm talking about the administrator name, Saran. So the administrator, the account name called as administrator, during the installation, you cannot change it. But after you set up your operating system, yes, you can change it. That is different one. But what is it I'm trying to tell you over here is that in this place, okay, in this place, the username can be changed over here. Whatever you like it, you can have it as a username. Okay. And what is very important over here is that that's right, Rajya. So now I'm just trying to compare it, saying like administrator name cannot be changed during the on-premises. Here you can change it. That's the comparison I'm trying to do it over here. So here the domain name. Okay, what is very important is like this domain name is going to be your tenant ID. Okay, this is going to be your tenant ID, and this tenant ID has to be unique. It has to be unique in the world. Okay, so you cannot have something like this. Okay, so probably something, I mean to say like something which is already available. Okay, see this. If you try this, it is going to check and tell you if that is available for you or if it is already taken. See, it is saying that it is already taken, right? So you have to, excuse me. So you have to have a unique number over here. Okay. So what is it I say is like, Okay, so that's okay. Now this is okay. Now this is okay with it. Okay, so yeah, okay, I'll tell you. In case if you are an organization, okay, for example, why this JOYATRES was not available, because a company might have taken it. So let's say that if you are doing it for your own company, okay, so if it is not taken by anyone, yes, you can use it. So it's, let's say like if you are having a company called as Ola, you can use that. Okay, that's how many people take it. Okay, you can use that name over here. Okay, and I'll tell you, like, this is just for a reference. Slowly things will change. How things will change is that now, if this is your ID, you cannot tell your client, for example, let's say you cannot tell your business partners, you cannot tell your client saying that, hey, this is my ID, saying Sheikh Dawood @ batch 160365.onmicrosoft.com. You cannot say that. Why I'm saying you cannot say that? Because like your identity is different. What is your identity? My company name is this, batch 160365.com or .online is my company name. I cannot tell to someone saying that, hey, my ID is dot. Cannot tell someone saying, hey, this is my ID. No, it does not look good. So what is that we will be doing later is to preserve the identity. My company has to be my company only. I mean to say, like, my email ID should not be changing just because I'm going to Office 365. No. So this is my final goal. My ID should be like this. So just for the startup, just for getting started, yes, you have it like this. So for example, what I'm trying to tell you is that, say, for example, when you are moving into an apartment, right? When you get into an apartment, that will be looking like a plain house, empty house. What do? You set up your house, you convert that house into your home with your own furnitures and with your own appliances, right? That's the same thing over here. Currently it is like this, which is an open house or a blank house given by Microsoft. You have to change it according to your own taste. That's what. So to start with, what I'm saying is like, yes, you can provide your identity over here and the password. Okay, so I just I just created my tenant. So remember this one. Okay, remember this one. This is going to be useful. Without this, you can't log in. Remember that. So this ID is important. Provide a valid username and a password. And then I say next. What is it saying? It is creating an account. So which means what is happening on the cloud, on the cloud, on the huge apartment, one flat is getting ready for you, like the way one space on the huge data center is getting ready for you. That is what it is saying over here, as it is trying to create a space for you. Okay, that is what it is saying over here. Okay, so wait, okay, so that is what is. So here an account is getting created for you. So I don't know who's logged into the Samsung Galaxy A20. So session is getting recorded, and yes, I will pass on this to Amit. So if you enroll it, you will get it. So payment. I'm not getting an option to skip this. Anyone tried skipping this? Someone said like you skipped it. Do you get an option? Okay, try to add a payment. Okay, try to add it and then skip it. Okay, so I'll do one thing. I will log in. Came up, but license. Okay, let's do this way. But license, what to do? Oh, Suraj, the challenge is that they won't charge you till 4th of December. By mistake, okay, just a hypothetical situation. In case that you have added your credit card number over here, okay, so in case if you completely forget about this, you just imagine that $23 per user will be taken. Okay, that's what. So $23 per user. Out of curiosity, if you create like 10 users over here, $230 will be gone. Okay, so please be very careful. I totally understand that you can skip it. Okay, yes, you can cancel it in case if you forget to do it, is what I'm thinking. Okay, so that is what it is. So that's what is that I'm doing is like, I did not sign up. I totally understand. I went into this particular page directly saying that go to the page called as portal. Probably I'll just find out some other way to crack this. So as of now, go to portal.office.com. Go to portal.office.com. If you are on the same session, it will take you here. You don't have to worry about that. Okay, so please drop a message as ready when you're on this portal page. Yeah, definitely we can set a reminder, but I'm not good at that. So setting up a reminder and removing it. So I'm lazy about that. So if you can do it cautiously, yeah, feel free to do it. Not a problem. Okay, so now as you could see that this is the admin page, okay, in which you have the user who's created. As we discussed that on the on-premises side, what happens when you set up an operating system? When you set up an operating system, the very first user, administrator, gets created. The same way over here, the first user has got created over here. I'll tell you what is that we have done it. Okay, in this scenario, what is that we have done is like we have got, okay, so we have, so Himanshu, please go ahead, type in your question. Okay, so what is that we have done over here is that we have created a cloud account over here, and out of 10 employees that we really want, 1 employee is already created. Okay, out of this 10 employees, 1 has to be an administrator, right? That administrator employee is already created. Okay, So do you all remember that this one user whom we got created, that user has a username and a password? We have a username and the password for this user. Okay. And this person can log in from any geography, from any location in the world. The person can log in. Okay. Just that the license is not active for this user. So as of now, we don't have the mailbox for this particular user, but we can work out on that. I will tell you how we can fix this and go for a licensed version so that all the other things will also follow. So which means, say like in say like a 30 minutes of time, our company is ready. Just that the company's identity, okay, our company identity is currently as batch 160365.onmicrosoft.com, but slowly that will also change. Okay, that identity, our own identity will come into picture. So slowly how this will change is that this will change like Sheikh Dawood @ batch 160365.online. So we will not see any identity saying that it is on cloud. Okay, that is the behavior. That is what we will be doing it. Probably tomorrow, yeah, we'll be doing it. So tomorrow, what is it I'll be doing is like I'll find out a way to create a trial account, and I'll also tell you that how we can convert this to preserve our own identity. That is what we'll be doing. Okay, so if you're on this particular page, though it is saying unlicensed, it's totally fine. Okay, if it is unlicensed also, it's totally fine. But yes, your account is set up. Okay, your account is set up, your account is created on the cloud, your company is also ready. Okay, just that the additional options we have not provisioned to you. Right, so yeah, first class, I'm just trying to restrict it, as I told you, some 90 minutes, 1.5 hours, we are trying to keep it. But yeah, going forward, the classes will be a bit more lengthy, say like a 2 hours or 2 hour 15 minutes. The classes will go like this. So the total length of the course is say like 6 weekends. I say 6 weekends, but generally it goes 7 weekends as well, because to cover the topic, yeah, sometimes we will have to take it, because like I cannot push you more than 2 hours. Sometimes people get tired, so that's why I stop at 2 hours, 2 hours 15 minutes. That's the plan. But yes, 6 to 7 weekends you should be ready. So Gaurav, yes, you will be getting a course completion certificate from JOYATRES. Yes. So Himanshu, yes. So the classes are going to happen on Saturday and Sunday, and 6 p.m. IST. So tomorrow also we are going to catch up at 6 p.m. IST. So please enroll yourself. As I told you, tomorrow is going to be for only the enrolled candidates. No, not the same link, Himanshu. So it's going to be a different link, which you will get it from Amit. Once you enroll it, you will be able to get it from Amit. So Sharad, DKIM, we will be talking about it later. Okay, so not now. DKIM is something like we will be talking about when we are talking about the security and the compliance. So which is going to come up very later after completing the Azure Active Directory, Exchange, SharePoint, and then we will talk about something. We'll be talking about something called as the security and compliance. There we will talk about the DKIM. So someone logged as admin. So yes, we will be talking about the Azure AD Connect, as I told you, which will happen most probably next Saturday. Okay. So next Saturday, yeah, we might get started with the Azure AD Connect. So recording, we cannot send it. Please contact Amit. Once you enroll it, Amit will create a WhatsApp group. On that WhatsApp group, yes, you will be able to get the recordings. So the country code is +91. So Z, to answer your question, say that you will be ready for a level of up to L2, L3. Okay, so that is how I will be teaching you, because like you will be able to do L3 stuff as well, and you will be able to do L3, L2 administration. You can do it confidently, but L3, I would say 50%. I don't want to create a hype. So L3, yeah, 50%, and L2, yeah, good amount of L1, L2 stuff. You'll be able to do it. So John Zaida, I will share it. I don't have a course content, but the course code that you can take is like MS030 is the course code from Microsoft. So Omar, I think I told this earlier. So if you want to talk about the MS certification, there are different certifications available. This MS030 is just a MOC, official course, but not a certification. So if you want to go with the certification, you have to plan on which one do you want to get into. For example, if you want to get into Azure Active Directory, then you have to plan for MS 100, 101. These things you have to plan. If you want to go with Exchange Online, you have to go with MS 203. Like that, you need to have for SharePoint, you need to go for 400. For security compliance, you need to go for 500. For Teams, 700. So like that, there are certifications available. But here, we will be talking about something called as a general topic, which covers most of the things from these certifications. So that's why I'm telling that you will be able to ready up to a say like L2, L3 level when you complete this one. Okay, so Kaushik, what do you want to purchase? So if you want to purchase, so yeah, go ahead, add the payment method, and you have an email set up for your user. Okay, so Gaurav, look into that that PDF. I don't have it on top of my mind, but when you look into that PDF, you'll be able to understand the license one. So Preetham, okay, you're asking Kaushik, is it okay? Right. So just wanted to just create a sync. Okay, just wanted to create. Okay, someone sent the screenshot. I think I wrote it last time during. Thanks for that. So Z, yes, we will be covering the migration. So what type of migrations that we will be covering in our syllabus is that we'll be covering the Active Directory migration first, because we want to migrate the users. That migration we will be talking about. Second is that we'll be talking about the SharePoint migration. And third, we'll be talking about the Exchange migration. Okay, so these three migrations we will be covering. So Jeffrey, don't worry. I will tell you like which website to purchase a domain, which we will do it tomorrow first thing. Okay, so good then. So it was good to have you all together. So please contact Amit and enroll yourself, and we will be part of a WhatsApp group, and we can catch up tomorrow. So the link will be provided on that WhatsApp group. We'll be able to get started. So tomorrow at 6 p.m. IST is what we are going to catch up. All right. So thanks everyone for your time, and take care. Bye.